Hello, my name is Kiriath. There's going to be a new Warhammer Fest in May, and it's time for some massive speculation. Look, we know the drill. Warhammer Fest Online is coming back. It's going to be the 2022 version because that's the year we're currently in. 4th to the 7th of May, and that means we need to speculate. We need to make predictions, we need to make guesses, and a lot of them will most likely be wrong. But you never know, there might be one magical moment where we make a prediction that is out of left field, or daft, or just plain a sarcastic joke, and it turns out to be true. I'm looking at you, both Plastic Sisters and the Return of Squats. Both of which, yeah. Anyway, let's have a look at what is in store. Kind of, a little bit, without any details. So, Warhammer Fest returns with 4 full days of mind-blowing reveals. Mind-blowing reveals. Keep that in mind. We'll see. So, firstly, we've got this trailer, which, by the way, I already tested this. I can't remember the name of the company. I've already tested, I recorded this trailer that we could play right here, and I uploaded it to the channel, and it got claimed again. And I don't understand what the hell is happening. I don't know what? Anyway, enough of that. So, firstly, this ugly whatever the hell this is, there is a weird chaosy creature, sort of, going on here. It's very difficult to work out exactly what that is. Of course, it is just silhouetted, which makes things a lot harder, but we've got a big pair of wings, right? We've got a weird head thing coming out the front, like a demonic-looking head. We've got 2 insect legs. We've got potentially another set of legs off to the side. There's a random hand that looks like it's caught in like a wooden trap or something off to the side. There's also like 2 appendages dangling down. Now there is something that it doesn't look like this. This is of course a new model, but there's something that kind of resembles this vaguely, which is the Jabberslide. Now this is getting on a bit, this model, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, hang on, are these two really all that similar? Well, I can kind of see this new thing being a new Jabberslide. I really can, because we've got the big horrible wings, we've got the weird kind of bestial body, we've got like a set of like front legs. There's also like a pair of insect legs coming part way down. We've got another pair of legs at the back and a big tail. Like, from a certain angle, I can see the same wings, I can see a similar head, but with a longer neck. We've got 2 kind of insect legs going on as well. We've got a couple of hands dangling down, they're just not taking the weight on this silhouette. And what looks like another pair of legs at the back could actually be a big chunky tail. Now, of course, that doesn't explain the hand. The hand is a weird one. The hand could be something totally different. And in fact, it could be that it's kind of a weird twisted silhouette. That could be a person that's been like nailed to this creature or this being. Like one arm up, kind of manacled. Maybe that's legs hanging down that have been like, maybe they end in like, I don't know. Like it's difficult, but to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if it was one of these because it would be a reimagined one. But that's the only thing that I could think of that was vaguely similar to this. Of course, it may not be a completely reimagined Jabberslide. It could just be a completely new model. But I did initially think this thing, which could be totally wrong. But that's the fun of doing this. There's absolutely no guarantee that anything we say will be correct. And in fact, it probably won't be. I mean, saying all of that about the Jabberslide, it could well be new possessed. Like, depending on the base size, it's difficult to tell the base size, right? So, if you were doing new possessed and you had, because there is one with wings, you could make them super messed up. It could be a lot smaller than it looks. It's just been blown up for the silhouette. That's the other option, that it is actually a chaosy thing, because I'm sure there was a rumour engine about like a little horn, like a little demon horn, which does seem to kind of match. Like, I don't know. One of the two, I guess. Jabberslide or weird. Really weird possessed, because it looks like there's a person hanging off it, which would be messed up if that's what that is. I'd love it. I'd be 100% in. Count me in, 100%, but it would be a bit messed up. And great. That's my wild prediction anyway. I mean, it's probably going to be totally wrong, but you never know. So, 4th of May is going to be 40k, then AOS on the 5th, then the 6th is Skirmish Day, so for other stuff, you know, like all the skirmish games. I don't know why I meant to clarify that when it's perfectly clear what it is. And then the 7th is going to be the Horus Heresy Open Day. And this is what we've got in terms of clues. And we have got some clues here. So we can quite easily see that, you know, they've laid it out. They've laid it out as to what's where. And in terms of Kill Team, Warcry, and Necromunda, we know those are all going to be on the Friday. So we do have some banners to give some cheeky little teases as to what might be going on. Some of them super obvious. So we know that the Imperial Fist and the Eye of Horus, like those logos, it's Horus Heresy. That's what those are. Perfectly simple, perfectly easy. Also got the Chaos Space Marine head on the red banner there. I don't necessarily know that it being on a red banner makes any difference. I think probably they've just picked colours. I've already seen people going, World Eaters! Maybe, but we do also have what looks like League of Votan off to the side there, and it would be it would be definitely some mind-blowing reveals if they went, here's a bunch more squat stuff, also here's World Eaters. I don't know that they do those at the same time, because surely you want to spread that out a bit, right? You don't want to just like dump everything at once. Assuming that is Leagues of Votan, I'm pretty sure it is. So like that Chaos Space Marines, very, very likely. There's also a generic Chaos symbol over there, which I don't know exactly what. I'm assuming that's going to be AOS of some description. Possibly Warcry, because we've got 2 Sylvaneth banners. Like, I'm assuming we're going to see something for Warcry, and we're going to see something for their new battle tome. Like, that's what makes sense to me. But the thing is, I feel like you need something that's opposite that in some way. And it would make sense for one of them to be Warcry, one of them to be AOS. I mean, those are the only 2 systems they could possibly be part of. And while I'd love that Chaos banner to be 40k related or like Kill Team related, because I'd love it to be Traitor Guard, I don't know. It makes sense with the skirmish stuff, at least, to have a counterpart, like, to have something else to go along with it, so that it's not just a standalone, like, oh, and here's just a warband. If you're doing it for Warhammer Fest, at least, I feel like you want some sort of face-off, some sort of big event out of it, as opposed to just a single warband reveal, but that might just be me reading too much into it, you know? Necromunda-wise, we've got just a generic Necromunda banner, and then we've got one for Ash Wastes as well. I'm assuming that they're going to be related to each other. I'd guess that's the way they're going to go with it, but it might be that here's just another gang, here is like something that they have to go in the Ash Waste side of things. So actually it could be 2 separate things, but not separate because they're in the same game, but you could use them in both, because if there's just not a generic gang, but a gang and Ash Waste add-ons for that gang, like Orlok have now got with the Outrider quads, that would make sense. Couple of banners for that. Kill Team wise, it looks like we've got a couple of things. I mean, we've got the skull holding the knife with the thing behind it. That could well be like. Didn't we see like a rumour engine a while back that's like Kazakin or something, like a rework of the Kazakin? In which case, that could be that. The weird chaos icon, like, I think that's what it is. It's got the skull in the centre. You've got the ring, and you've got the 8 points, but there's skulls instead of there being arrows, and I don't know that the top of the banners make any difference, to be honest. I think they're just generic. Like, you can see that the Imperial Fist banner has got an intact Aquila. You can see that the Sons of Horus one has got a broken one. The Sylvanas stuff have got the same top to the banner, even though it's most likely surely going to be 2 different things. Yeah, I don't know whether that holds any real significance. Both the Necromunda and Ash Waste ones have got the same tops. The 2 Chaos ones that we know, the standard Chaos symbol and the Chaos Space Marine, they've both got the point at the top, so I don't know whether the one that looks like a Chaos icon with a skull in the middle and bones is actually an Imperium thing, in which case I don't know what that would be. Because my thought would be like, Traitor Guard Kill Team. Like a Traitor Guard Kill Team versus a Kazakin Kill Team? That'd be pretty solid, right? That'd be pretty good. I feel like that'd be quite a popular move. But I don't know. I really want Traitor Guard to show up, but that is probably just completely clouding my judgment, to be honest. That is probably something where I'm just like, I'm clutching at straws. I'm absolutely clutching at straws. So, I don't know. But it would be nice if it was. I just don't know how much significance the top of the banners holds, and whether there's any reason to even read into that at all anyway. There probably isn't. Those are my best guesses. That's all I've got. If any of them turn out to be true, I'll be well, I'll say no. if any of them turn out to be true. Clearly, some of them are going to be true. There's clearly going to be Horus Heresy stuff. We already know that because we can see it in the banners. There's going to be Chaos Space Marine stuff. We know there's going to be Legions of Votan stuff. We know there's going to be some sort of Ash Waste related material and some Sylvanas stuff. So in terms of guesses, I don't know that those qualify. I don't think those actually qualify. I think those count as knowing what that picture is of, which is not really the same thing as a guess or a prediction. Really, the puzzling ones are like, I guess the specifics would be things like the Leagues of Votan. What are we going to see from them? Are we going to see some heavier units? Are we going to see a full squad? Are we going to see some sort of like land train, for instance? So it would be nice if we saw one of those. What does a little square mean? Is a little square something to do with Kill Team? Is the main reveal going to be a Kill Team thing for the Leagues of Votan, or are they going to get a full showing for 40k? There's a lot that could happen there, frankly. But really, honestly, most of it is like kind of identifiable. I'm really intrigued. By those Necromunda banners and those Kill Team banners, sorry. And the little chaos icon that doesn't seem to be attached to anything. I really want to know what those are. And my guess is Traitor Guard, but I think I'm probably just well into the realms of fantasy with that. Not the actual like Warhammer fantasy, my own personal fantasy. Let's not get into that. Anyway, what are your best guesses for this before this gets completely out of hand? What do you reckon are we going to see? Anything in my list of nonsense that strikes true, or just is it all nonsense? I would not be offended if you thought that it was. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. In the meantime, feel free to click all the things: Patreon, video, subscribe, all that stuff. Click it if you like, don't click if you don't want to. And as always, there's an affiliate link in the description for Element Games, which you can use to support the channel if you'd like. I leave it in your capable hands. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.